Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and it's Friday afternoon. Keep thinking it's retirement Friday, you see. Anyway, so I'm decided that I need to do everything I can to keep moving this weekend because I'm on a mission to keep these 2 pounds off until Sunday so I can tell Emily that I achieved my goal. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and mow my lawn. Normally that gets done for me, but today I'm going to do it myself because it's resistance workout, and that will be a good thing for me to do. So I'll check with you later. Bye for now. Well, Bina and I have just come in from the garden, and that's how clean my feet are. Lord, that's not good. Anyway, so what I've been doing is watering the lawn at the front, and what I've discovered is if you water the lawn not from the top down but along like this and move all the crud that's in the lawn up and over on top of it, then the sun dries it, wind blows it away, and it makes it much easier for the grass to grow. Don't ask me why, but it does. So that's what I've been doing on my front lawn, which is always my big problem lawn. So I'm going to clean my feet and then I'm going to rest for a while. Hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I'm just checking in because I'm procrastinating. It's Sunday morning and I have got the last 4 doors of the kitchen cupboards, 5 doors of the kitchen cupboards, I'm just looking beside me here, ready to be painted, and there's actually very little to do, and for some reason I'm just procrastinating. So I thought maybe if I talked to you guys I would get the motivation to get up and do something about it. And my mind keeps telling me, well, you've only got 2 hours until you have to be broadcasting, and then I remembered I don't have to be, I choose to be, and and 2 hours is plenty of time to put at least 1 coat on these doors. But it's about, I'm imagining the job to be far bigger than it is. So we're going to actually stop recording now, and I can feel lots of encouragement from you, so I'm going to go ahead, get the paint out, paint at least 1 coat, and then I'll come back and let you know that I've done that. Bye for now. Okay, it's 12:26 and I've decided rather than talk to you when I finished, I would just take you along with me. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I really recommend this, do you see this is where the old hinge was? So in each of those I'm going to take a toothpick and just stick it in. Oops. And break it off like that. Get the idea? I'm going to do the same over here. Now the reason for doing this is so that when you go to put the new screws in, that you will have somewhere for them to be. Or, let's be honest, the new screws might not go in exactly the same place as the old ones, so what I'm going to do is to put these slippery little so-and-sos, put the toothpicks in, okay, and then I'm just going to sand over the top of them, fill them and sand them, so that wherever the new ones go, I've covered up the old holes. So I'm going to continue to do that around. As you can see, I've got more of them over here, and I'm going to do that for 12:40, and I've basically finished. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. So these holes where the toothpicks were, I'm just literally covering them up like this, so that when I paint over them, they hopefully won't be too evident, if at all. So just really encourage the women out there to realize that doing a lot of your own home improvements is not only doable, but it's fun. It's fun if you like playing with stuff, which I do, of course. And so I really encourage you to give it a go. So we've got all this done. I'm now going to take a break and drink my coffee, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. Bye for now. Now, I don't know if you can see it, and I'll move the camera so hopefully you can. But this stuff that I'm using to fill, it tells you when it's dry because it goes from pink to white. Can you see that? So this needs a little bit more time to dry, and then I'm going to sand it all off. Okay, ladies, so here is my paint tray, and you probably need to know that I've had this probably the 14 years I've had the house, if not longer, because I think I had it before I moved here. I don't buy fancy paint liners, can liners. I just use a supermarket bag, and I just tie it like that, and then I just press it down. I have to be careful of my nails, of course, otherwise I'll puncture it, so I just quietly press it down like that, and there you go, one paint liner for my tray. My next comment is always buy high quality paint. I want to tell you something that I've always used bathroom and kitchen paint throughout my house, and the reason for that is it means that I can wash it at any time and know that I can keep it clean. And because of that, the only time I've ever had to repaint my house was because I fancied a change of colour, not because the paint was not looking good. And in fact, I can remember having somebody come in to evaluate the house, and they looked at the paintwork and said, "My gosh, you've just repainted." And I said, "Yes, I did, 14 years ago, or 10 years ago, or whatever it was." And the guy couldn't believe it. It looked like it was brand new paint. And the reason is, I can steam it, clean it, and it looks like new. Good idea, right? So now, here we go. I've got what they call a sponge roller, but the fine sponge, a melamine sponge, and the high quality paint. And I'm now going to give the backs of the doors another coat of paint. By the way, the one thing I have done that I didn't mention was I did just quietly wipe down all the doors, so I got rid of any of the sawdust that might be sitting on them, or at least most of it. I'm not too fussy about that. So here we go again, and I'll be back as soon as I've done this. The first coats are done, and in fact on a couple of them I think it's the second coat. So I'm going to grab my coffee that I haven't finished yet and take you through to the kitchen, which you know well. By the way, I just quickly covered up the paint tray with the roller because in about an hour I'm going to come back and do a second coat if I have time, which apparently I do because it is only 1:24. Done. Now I can go and play for a while. And you know I love... Okay, before I play, I just wanted to make a point here. I was really procrastinating about putting that first coat of paint on because I knew I was going to have to fill in the holes and do all that stuff and make noise, make dust, do all those sort of things. So in my mind I already knew the steps it was going to take. And the interesting thing is, of course, I awfulized how long all that was going to take. And the reason I recorded it for you is so that I can, when I put this up, show you exactly the time that it took versus the time that I thought it would take. And so now, whether I believed it or not, I can choose to do another coat of paint before the broadcast. I have an hour and a half, so that means I could quickly do another coat of paint before I go do the broadcast, in which case I would have got ahead of what my goal was for today. So we like that thinking. But anyway, so this is the only reason I'm just adding this on, is to remind you that sometimes the length of time you think it's going to take to do something is nothing like the truth. For example, do you really know how long it takes you to empty your dishwasher if you're lucky enough to have one? Because to my amazement, it actually is only 2 to 3 minutes. It always feels like it takes a lot longer, but in reality it doesn't take that long at all. How long does it take you to go up to the store and do the shopping and come back and put it all away? Probably not as long as you think it does. Well, unless you are doing what I do, which is to enjoy every little moment of spending your money. So start having a look at those things so that you don't resent them as much when you have to go and do them. This is Dear Mama Sal saying bye for now.